Well, it finally happened. The Flash finally got a test screening. And here's the reaction. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. The Flash doesn't even come out for over a year from now, but we're already getting test reactions. And because so many people are wondering what's going to happen in this movie, how is it going to reshape the DCEU, what's going to happen to the Snyderverse, be aware, these could be spoilers. In fact, I think some of it are really spoilery. Right, so this first tweet that came out that really got people's attention to, okay, there's something going on Twitter today. Viewer Non posted this tweet of Zack Snyder's Justice League with a camera next to it. But if you notice, it says canon, meaning Zack Snyder's Justice League is canon. Okay, so that is good. That's a great start, knowing full well that Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be part of canon and they're not going to talk about the 2017 Justice League. Viewer Non's second tweet, remember how a few scoopers, including yours truly, said Ben Affleck was definitely 100% no takesy-backsies done with Batman after Flash? Well, when he posted a video, Jonathan Frakes telling you you're wrong for 47 seconds. So basically, Ben Affleck is not 100% done. He's maybe coming back for more. He's gonna be around, which in itself is pretty exciting to hear, but I want to know more. Grace Randolph came out with a tweet saying Batfleck merely makes it out of the Flash alive. Kind of, you'll see. Other scoopers are now simply confirming the news I broke first. There was a screening of the Flash again last night, but let's not get ahead of ourselves with crazy conspiracy theories. Okay, so there was multiple Flash screenings, but only now we're gaining a bit more info about this screening. Which makes you wonder, is there no embargo anymore? Or are people freely able to talk about this stuff now? Basically, the Flash movie will put the Snyderverse off to the side for Warner Brothers to access it, should they so choose sometime in the future. The Snyderverse is still largely removed from the DCEU with the changes I told you regarding Keaton's Batman, Supergirl, etc. If you remember, Muschietti talked a little bit about this when they introduced Ben Affleck coming back as Batman. This movie is a bit of a hinge in the sense that it presents a story that implies a unified universe where all the cinematic iterations that we've seen before are valid. It's inclusive in the sense that it is saying all that you've seen exists and everything that you will see exists in the same unified universe. So basically, if I use my hands, this is the current DCEU, and this is the Snyderverse that comes out like right down here, like right here. That may or may not be revisited, but it's still there, which is a good thing. But let's go back to that Zack Snyder's Justice League canon bit. What do they mean by that? How is it referenced in The Flash? Casey Walsh said this. It sounds like it's referenced but not explicit. For example, Iris remembers Barry, and Batman and Barry discuss him having traveled through time before. There are no direct references, no Nightmare Universe, nothing specific outside of those discussions. And for the sake of being obvious at this point, when Kiersey Clemons came back as Iris West, that pretty much made Zack Snyder's Justice League canon because, Iris West wasn't even in the Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. But it's great to see that connection here, meaning that they've met before, which was in Zack Snyder's Justice League and not in 2017 Justice League. Also, Batman discussing with Barry that he's time traveled before, in which case, in the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League, he reversed time in order to save the world. So that does mean that the Muschiettis did kind of alter things once Zack Snyder's Justice League came out and decided to use that as a reference, that as canon for their own Flash movie. So in which case the Flash kind of, saved the Snyderverse. It's not erasing it. It's not ignoring it. It knows that happened. It does exist, but in a separate timeline. Well, what about the current timeline, the current universe, the current DCEU that's coming out of this movie? Casey Walsh said this, The Flash is very much a DCEU reboot. A new universe will be born by its end, and the DCEU you knew will be completely different. So while some may rejoice at possibilities for the future, others will face a reality that some characters aren't long for this world. And of course, he had to post a gif of Henry Cavill as Superman waving, I guess, goodbye. As of the test screening, this could change. Cavill appears to be done as Superman. Oh no! Please let it not be so. Come on, man. Why? Okay, so does that mean at the end of the movie, Ben Affleck's Batman is going to exist in the Snyderverse only, and Cavill's Superman is going to exist in the Snyderverse only? Is that how it's going to be played? Well, wait a minute. Casey Walsh said this. I was told it's pretty clear that the new timeline does not have a Superman. What kind of DCEU are we going to have no Superman? What is that? Superman? No Superman in the DCEU? That's just... You're going to have Michael Keaton as the new Batman for the new DCEU. And you got Robert Pattinson as another Batman, another Earth. That's great. Perfect. Where's that guy, man? Is it just Superman and Lois right now? That's it? That's all we have for this guy? We're not going to have a cinematic interpretation, a cinematic movie? Are we just going to wait for that J.J. Abrams? I guess we're just going to wait for that J.J. Abrams movie. But how does this make sense? What about those leaks about him being on set and stuff like that? You know, he does say at the time of this test screening, so maybe, just maybe, it could be like Barry Keoghan, who was cut out of the test screenings for the Batman, in which indicated that he was Joker. So, maybe there's still a little hope there. Why is Superman no longer in this new DCEU? Well, according to this article from Screen Geeks, this is a big spoiler in itself, Superman is replaced by Supergirl. Because according to Screen Geek, Sasha Calle's Supergirl, who is, by the way, Kara Zor-El's version of Supergirl, is going to replace Superman actor Henry Cavill as the DCEU's last survivor of Krypton. Because apparently in the new rebooted timeline, the Kryptonian villain Zod kills Cavill's Superman as a baby. What? You're really going to have General Zod kill off a baby in the movie? I don't even know where I am right now. What is going on? Like, I don't know why Henry Cavill is not coming back. I don't know why they can't re-up him or whatever. That is just beyond me. But Supergirl is not Superman. They're separate characters. This is not gender bending. This is literally a different character. I mean, you've got Batman and Batgirl, but now you're just going to have Supergirl, but no Superman. I mean, it might even be better saying, hey, Superman is like off at War World or doing something really big. But no, you're going to kill him off. You're going to... For Superman fans, Henry Cavill Superman fans, I think this will be the great time to say, I want the Snyderverse back. Because that is the only way we're going to have Henry Cavill Superman, is in the Snyderverse. Because obviously, he's not going to be part of this current DCU anymore. If this is true. But, you know, it could be true. Now, for people who are wondering who's the main villain, well, it apparently is going to be Black Flash. And this was actually a scoop that came from Spider Culture. DC scoop, Black Flash will be completely CGI and will be foreshadowed once Barry leaves to try to prevent his parents' death. Black Flash ultimately finds Barry and fights him. Other cool things was the inclusion of Shazam. Shazam's also in the movie, and they have also said that rumored Christian Bale appearing in the movie. That's not true. They didn't say anything about Nicolas Cage, though. What about Nicolas Cage? Now, yes, it's over a year away, and a lot of things could change. They could do reshoots, they could do pickups, but it's still a good movie, but not great, according to these people who've seen it. Viewer Non said this: I would caution that movies can change a lot in 15 months. But I'll say that the people I've talked to who have seen The Flash, and last night was not its first test screening, have liked it. That's probably the most important thing in the end. Now, the test screening seems to be doing well enough that the studio said, all right, maybe we should make part 2. Which, in fact, is what the ending of this movie is alluding to. You know, if Ezra Miller could just keep himself out of trouble and out of jail, I guess. The Flash 2 is reportedly happening. Expect Reverse Flash. But not only that, they're saying that this Flash movie is going to be leading to a major crisis event. A final crisis? Crisis on Infinite Earths? Which is probably saying that is years away, but that is the goal. A crisis event for the DCEU, where the new DCEU characters meet the old DCEU characters for one big movie. That is exciting. And just to throw it in there, because we're talking about crisis events, I'm just going back to that turkey picture that Zack Snyder had posted during Thanksgiving. where we get to see a Final Crisis book in the background. And this is just me kind of just guessing and wondering, maybe they even offered Zack Snyder to do a Final Crisis event for the end of this DCEU. But we'll see. Like they said, it's still over a year away. There's a merger coming up. I don't know if that will change anything, but it could. Time will tell. And since we have a lot more time now, a lot of things can happen. Well, what do you think about these Flash test screening reactions? Do you like what you hear? Do you not? Share your thoughts in the comments down below.